In college, I had this great professor who taught furniture. He had this message I really took to heart that anything you make should last longer than it took the material to grow. When I work with wood, it's really glaringly obvious how old something is. So you start to look at some of these boards and these things that I'm using, and they're 100-year-old trees. And as a designer and a builder, I try to take responsibility to make my pieces, both aesthetically and physically, be able to last in someone's space that long. I am a Eastern Nordic influenced minimalist, and my work reflects that, but there's no reason why these pieces couldn't live in other countries or other places. My name is Tobias Sagan-Katz, and I'm an artist, a designer, a builder, a maker, a creative person. I remember when I was a little kid, I used to love to crawl under tables and look at how they were created. I was obsessed with my grandparents' leaved dining table because you could stretch a table, and it blew my mind. Furniture is so personal. Most all of my pieces are created with someone in mind. I found that people wanted to be a part of the process. And so once we get a design finished in the computer, I make a scale model of the piece in the true wood that it's ultimately going to be, and I give it to the person. They're able to, hold it in far view and look at it sort of where it should be in the space to see if they like it. And it allows them to start to see some of the details that I'm thinking through before they're even in place. My work is not mass-produced. It's not readily available at stores, and it also takes me a while. I use a combination of hand tools and machinery to optimize my workflow, not necessarily because one is better than the other, but sometimes it's just the best tool for the job. For some of my pieces, I do joinery methods that are 500 to 1,000 years old, and some that were only created using a tool that they made 10 years ago. And I try to look at and use materials important to the region. We are really fortunate to live in Ohio, where we have a great collection of lumber yards here. And I source most all of my wood from locally grown and sustainably harvested farms that truly care. I generally work with lighter toned woods. Most of the pieces that I do are in ash or white oak, both due to aesthetics, but also due to the type of work that I do. They're both hardwoods, they're both easy to steam, to cut, to shave. The way that the wood is oriented creates a visual aesthetic in the piece. I love to use what's called quarter sawn or rift sawn wood, which is where they cut the board at an angle in the grain line so that you have really tight, long grain throughout, and you get this really beautiful pinstriping effect. And that then has a ton of hard grain, so it makes a really structural surface. So for desks, I love to use quarter sawn because if you're going to write on it all the time, that gives you a good deflectionary surface, but also a really nice, pleasing line to look at. With a larger piece, I like to incorporate the lines of the wood as the tree would grow. For larger surfaces, I'll use the flat sawn bit, but then throughout different details, I can use quarter sawn elements that then create a pop. I am very guilty of the fact and the saying, cobbler's children have no shoes. My partner Gail has been very patient and flexible with me. This is a labor of love between the two of us and between our evolving aesthetic. All of these pieces are created through the 9 years we've been together. And some were created as gifts from me to her that she had no say in, and some were created that were collaborations where we worked together from initial conception to delivery day. As I look at furniture, everything should have function, and space is always at a premium, and making things that both fit for how I live and how my clients live is one of my favorite parts about furniture. You know, they sort of say that a designer doesn't hit their stride till their 60s or 70s. And so I have so much time to look forward to what I'll create. The aesthetic I'm creating makes me happy. And it doesn't have to be everybody's, but I am always flattered when somebody wants one of my pieces. And I'm extremely flattered when someone gives me open creative interpretation. And as I've gotten older and my practice has grown, I've gotten more of that. As a designer and artist, that's the most flattering thing. When somebody who's not family or somebody who is a stranger trusts my vision to create something that they'll live with for decades.